Welcome to another episode coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com, author of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on amazon.com. So, you know, in these pandemic times, there's a lot of stuff going on out here that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. Some people are talking about it, but very little. We're in some challenging times today. So that's what this video is going to be all about. So, like, share this video if it's your first time being here. And you probably want to check out my masterclass that I'm going to be doing next month on the 7th at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you go to chooseyourrelationships.com/confidence, you can read all about it on that page over there. So if you want a better life, better relationships, you want to become more attractive to women, check out that masterclass. You are not going to want to miss this. It's gonna be 4 2-hour videos live. You can ask me questions, call in, the whole shebang, and you have access to it for life. So hey, chooseyourrelationships.com/confidence. So, we're in the pandemic. That's what we're being told. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on out here as far as the economy goes and jobs and people being unemployed and people not working as many hours as they want. Some people are laid off. Some people are working from home, etc. That's true. Along with that, there's a lot of parasites out here. There's a lot of people that's preying on people during these times. They're trying to capitalize on people. They're trying to come up. Now, some of it is institutions, and some of it could be an individual working a job, or it could be a person with a small business. A lot of people are using tactics to come up or get over, or not only are they using tactics to come up and get over, they're using these tactics within the guise of the laws, state laws that they live. They're not breaking any laws. They're actually doing things within the laws. But it's kind of immoral, kind of dirty, kind of slick, clever, the way how a lot of these things happen out here. And it could happen in any area. It could be at your job. Your job might tell you, hey, you need to take a pay cut if you want to continue to work here. Why? Because they can. And they know most people are going to go along with it because they know most people want to keep their jobs. They don't want to get laid off. And they don't want to get fired. They do it because they can. They might not necessarily. The pay cut is probably not going to hurt the company at all, but they're just doing it because they can. It could come where, I give you an example. A couple days ago, I moved from an apartment, and I had to be out of there by the 13th, and the last day of the lease was the 14th. So most apartments, they have a walkthrough process. Once you move out all your stuff, you and the person that work at the apartments, it could be an employee or it could be a manager. You do a walkthrough, and they'll point out everything that they like or that you're being charged for, etc. Right? Now, in my case, everything turned out to be fine. The guy that was walking through with us said, "Hey, everything clean, carpet clean, floors clean, nothing broken. It's cool, right?" So now you have to sign. It's like a move out process, a form. You sign, he signs, you sign, right? 5 days later, I get an email saying, "Hey, you're being charged. You have a balance, the balance is $250, and the reason why you have this balance is because there's some dog piss on the carpet." Now, keep in mind, I don't have any pets. I don't have time for dogs. And this guy didn't say that while he was doing the walkthrough. Turns out the manager calls the carpet cleaner. This is what she said now. The manager calls the carpet cleaner. He goes in there, does his inspection of the carpet, and finds out that it's dog piss on the carpet, and it smells, and it can't be cleaned, so he has to replace the carpet because it smells like piss, dog piss. That's where the balance comes from, which was $250, right? So now she said, "Well, you can't get your deposit back because you have a balance." And this is a tactic that's being used a lot when it comes to these apartments, especially in Georgia. See, in Georgia, these apartments can come back. They have a 30-day window. They can come back and charge you for something, even though y'all did a walkthrough. So that's when I was like, well, what's the purpose of the walkthrough? If you gonna charge me for something later that you miss. That's exactly what the manager said. She said the guy that was with you, he forgot. He missed that part. Which, again, I don't have any dogs. I don't know what happened once we left. But I told her, I said, look, obviously somebody's being dishonest. I don't know if it's you or a carpet cleaning dude, but somebody's lying, And so we went through this back and forth emails. And then the last email, she was just straight up with it. She's like, look, by law, we can charge you for anything, any type of damages or anything within a 30-day time frame. She just straight. So I said, hey, she should have just said that in the beginning. Instead, she tried to be slick about it. She couldn't even get her dates right. In the beginning, she was telling me that the carpet cleaning dude went in there on 10/10, which was a Saturday. And that couldn't be true because I was still there on Saturday. I didn't start moving out until 10/13, which was a Tuesday. So she couldn't even get her dates right. And then when I replied back saying that, she was like, oh, I apologize. I got my dates mixed up. And I said, oh, really? Okay. That's when I said, now you have me thinking you're being dishonest now. Now you're playing games now. Now, I've heard these type of tactics being used in the past, But the whole experience over there at those apartments, at 10 Perimeter Park, it's just the whole thing has just been a bad experience. I've never seen the management let the city of Chamblee come in on the property and give tow stickers. Put tow stickers on your cars so it can be towed. During the top of the pandemic, I'm talking like March, early March, they let the city in, not once, twice. They let the city in with these tows. The city of Shamley was walking around the parking lot, on the property, on the parking decks, all wherever cars were parked, they were walking around looking for expired tags on cars. Now keep in mind, DMV was closed in the whole entire Atlanta area. You was not getting no tags, no stickers, nothing. They knew this. And there was a tag on my car. And I went into the office and I said, hey, why is this sticker on my car? They said like, well, that's the city. I don't know the city, man. That ain't us, man. I'm like, y'all let them in. This is a gated community, by the way. This is a gated community. You can't just drive through. No, it's a gated community. So that in itself tells me that they knew that the city was coming in. They let them in, put bumpers, tow stickers on our cars, and start towing people's cars out of there. And so I went in there, I told them, I said, hey, and then you got 3 days to straighten up your tags. And then the city has a list that they report back to the office with all the cars and the tags and everything on there. And when the record comes in, they just pull the cars. And when they're done pulling the cars, the record service got to go in the office and sign off. So they knew they were taking advantage. The fact that DMV was closed, I said that to the manager, didn't care. They still continued to get the cars pulled. And I said, hey, they say if you need more time, we'll give you more time. They say, oh, okay. They say you got 2 weeks. DMV is not going to be open in 2 weeks. Hey, man, I don't know. So now, you know what I had to do? To avoid my car being towed, I had to take my car down to somebody else's house for like a month and a half. So now I got to think about, I got to go to work and think about and do all this other stuff that I'm doing. Because, I can't drive that car with no tags. I have to drive the other car. And I have to think about, I hope the other car didn't get towed today. This is a lot of stuff that's going on out here. And the management didn't care. What type, most management, property management, if you're paying the rent, if you live in a gated community, they usually look out for the people that live there. Especially if you're in good standards, you pay your rent, you pay your rent, you pay your mortgage. They usually look out for the people that live there. Not in this gated community. No. They're taking advantage of the people that's living there. And this is what's happening during this pandemic. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. A lot of people just go along to get along. Some people will say, man, $250 ain't a lot of money. Just pay it and get it over with. See, it's not about the money all the time. Yeah, I can just pay it and get it over with, of course. But it ain't about the money all the time. Sometimes it's about the principle of the matter. Sometimes it's about pushing back, fighting back, standing up for yourself. If you don't stand for anything, you fall for anything. Sometimes it's much bigger than just the money. Sometimes it's about standing up for yourself as a man, as a woman, having principles that you stand on. It ain't about kissing butt all the time. You know? So this is what's going on out here. And plus, those apartments, 10 Perimeter Park, Atlanta, GA, you can't leave your boxes outside very long. So let's say you have Amazon is delivering, the postman is delivering, and you have a box. If it stays there long enough, it's going to be gone. They'll steal your shit. Plus, the hallway smells like trash because they have the trash valet service, and basically you're supposed to put your trash in the front of your door so the valet service can pick it up every night. But the problem is that people put anything in the trash can, and sometimes the trash can is overflowing, and it's on the concrete, and it's spilling out. Shit is spilling all over the place. That's where the smells come from. And so the hallway smells like trash. So if the hallway smells like trash, you know what's coming behind that. Roaches. And they come out at night. Plus, you know, they steal your shit, and it's bad management. If you have any problems inside your apartment, you know, it seems like they always find a way to say, hey, maintenance don't take care of stuff like that. You have to take care of stuff, that type of stuff. You know, it's like certain things they didn't want to do. They didn't want to take responsibility for. And plus, the building in itself, the apartment buildings, they're falling apart. You know, it's like the sides of the building is like deteriorating, whatever. They just started painting the day I was leaving. You know, it's just bad management. They don't take care of the property. Now, in the beginning, it was different. Standing on the outside looking in, you'd be like, oh, this is a lap of luxury. No. But when you move there, you'd be like, wait a minute, man, this is unsat. You know, they have a good presentation to get you in there. But when they get you in there, then you start to see, I'm like, wait a minute, these people are incompetent. And the manager was always gone all the time, out of the office. I've never seen her before. Never. I don't even know how she looked. She just wants to send emails all the time. And I specifically told her, call me. Never called. Just kept sending email back and forth. You know. So this is a game. These are a lot of games that's being played out here. And you can't really run from it. You have to face it. There's some stuff you can avoid, of course. But some stuff you're going to have to face. Some stuff you're going to have to work your way through. But a lot of times, these people that's working with these corporate companies or you know, real estate companies or jobs, they've studied and systematically came up with ways to kind of box you in and stay within the laws and the guidelines and the policies. So it becomes your word against theirs, and they can they know what to say. They know what to say when you say this, and they know what to say when you say that. A lot of these people have been trained to do this. The average person doesn't. You don't learn this on your own. A lot of these people are being trained to do this. These little dirty tactics that they use. And it's happening everywhere. It's happening on the job. It's happening when you do business. It's happening when you buy stuff from certain stores or retail stores. It's happening when you travel. It's everywhere. Almost all these big companies are taking advantage of people during the pandemic. You know, almost all of them are doing it. You know, so like I said, some of it can be avoided, but you have to work your way through it. And sometimes it can be frustrating because, you know, I'm a pretty much a straight shooter. I don't like going back and forth with email and phone calls with people. I'm like, hey, just tell me what it is and we'll work it out. But most people are not like that. Most people are very passive aggressive. They say and do little subtle things. And a lot of times you might not catch it until later because you might not be used to dealing with people like that. So that's how a lot of people play out here. So that's why I wanted to share this video. So if you live in Atlanta, avoid 10 perimeter park apartments by all means necessary. You know, because like I said, a lot of these apartments, they don't want to give you your deposit. They don't want to give you your deposit back. You know, that's their thing. You know, and this happened to me in the past, but to not to this extent. You know what I mean? I mean, this lady was just lying, and then she strategically did it in such a way where it's like, I can't prove that they weren't piss on the carpet. I know it wasn't piss on the carpet, but I can't prove that it wasn't because the carpet is gone now. They done install new carpet, so I can't really prove it. And she strategically did that. So it's my word against hers, and the burden of proof is on me, so I don't got no proof. And these type of tactics is going on everywhere. So you just have to be aware of that. Try to avoid these certain situations by just cover your ass as much as you can. But there's just some stuff you're not going to be able to cover everything. That's just what it is. That's just a part of life. So just be careful out here, man. You know, that's all I got to say. Like, share, subscribe, share this video. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.